Everybody, it's Nolan. How you doing? Gonna be your online tutor today. We're gonna be doing a couple videos like this for the remainder of the year. I hope you guys get something out of it and enjoy it. Okay, so in this video, we're gonna learn about the decimal place value. As the name suggests, the decimal place value is related to regular place values. In the place value system, you already know how to count by whole amounts, or what you call whole numbers. And that's just a set of numbers that you can start with 0 and go up to 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. But there are things other than whole amounts, as you know. And so it's possible that you can have just part of something, like part of an apple or part of a banana or anything you want. And that means that there are these in-between amounts that you have to represent with numbers. So just like how you can have 1 or 2 apples, you could also have something in between that, like 1½ apples or 1¾ of an apple. And the way that you can represent this is with decimal places. So decimal places are just a way of extending the base 10 number system so that it can represent the in-between amounts. So decimal places are just like normal places, except that instead of using them to count groups, we use them to count these fractions or parts of things. So in order to take a look at how the base 10 system is extended using the decimal places, let's take a look at the pattern of number places in general. All right, so by taking a look at this figure, you can see that moving to the left, we have the ones, the tens, the thousands, or the hundredths, and then the thousands place. And then so in each individual spot, the maximum number you can have is 9. So as we count, we go 1 to 9, and then we go to 10, and then we're in 10th spot. And then from 90 to 99, and then we're in the 100th spot. And then so as you increase each incremental spot, you're multiplying by 10. So you're getting 10 times as big per spot as you move to the left. And so it would make sense that as we move to the right of the decimal point, we would be getting smaller. And we would be getting smaller by the same amount, so 10 times smaller each time. The decimal number places can go on forever to the right, counting smaller and smaller parts or fractions. But if numbers go on forever in either direction, how do you know which place is which? And so the point of reference that we use is the decimal point. And so the decimal point acts as basically this separator. It separates the number places that are used for counting whole value systems, which are on the left, and then the numbers that are used for counting fraction values, which are on the right. And then if a number does have decimal digits, we call it a decimal number. And the decimal point helps us quickly recognize which digit is in the ones place. For example, if we take a look at one of the sequences given, you can see. Okay, so if we take a look at this little picture here, we see that it's 15.43258. And so we use this decimal point as that reference point, and then we look to the left and we can see that's the ones, and then we look to the left again and we can see that's the tens. Now, if we move to the right of the decimal point, we can see that we start in the 10th spot, then we move to the 100th spot, 1000th spot, 10,000th spot, and then 100,000th spot. And so each of those are increasing by a factor, or actually decreasing by a factor of 10. So what that means is when you're in the 10th spot, you're 1/10 of 1. And then when you're in the 100th spot, you're 1/100th of the 10th spot. And so each time you're moving to the right, you're getting incrementally smaller and almost kind of deeper into the number itself. And so the way we would look at this figure is we would look at that 4 in the 10th spot, and then we go, it stands for 4/10, which can be written as a fraction of 4/10. And then if we keep moving on, we can see the 3 in the 100th spot, and that's 3/100ths. So then it's just 3/100. And so each of those spots is basically a fraction of what its place value actually is. So the 8 is 8/100,000th. So it can keep going on like that, and that's how you represent each individual place as a fraction. All right, so the decimal place value system is very important, and you're probably using it for about the remainder of your life when you do anything with math. So I'll include some worksheets to help you kind of further learn the topic, and I'll include some websites that have some fun animated games that can also help you learn the topic. All right, see you guys later. See you in the next video. Have a good night.